The Liver King had a rise to fame that was entirely built on fraud, but now after some really disturbing videos towards Joe Rogan, he's definitely going to go to prison.
Everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for. And I'll die for them, you know that. And you're a black belt. The capital of Texas. What's the capital of Texas? Houston. It's Houston. Guess what? You're dead, bitch. You're dead. You're dead. Because welcome. Hey, Joe Rogan, I want to introduce you to Jim Riggs. Jim Riggs. This is Joe Rogan. Jim Riggs gave this to me. He gave this to me.
And while these videos were being posted on the Liver King's Instagram, a lot of people thought this was all just some sort of stunt that him and Joe Rogan were doing, but Joe Rogan actually warned the cops, saying he had no collusion at all with the Liver King and was actually being threatened for his life. And this all comes back to how the Liver King found fame initially, where he was posting videos and photos of him eating organs of animals, claiming that he was doing this more prehistoric diet, and because of that, it was the reason he got jacked up. And this whole diet was a total fraud, where there was no actual benefit to eating raw organs of animals, and there's every single thing against it, where it can cause severe bacterial infections, which could lead to liver and kidney failure. And it was all to push this giant scam from the Liver King, where the Liver King was claiming he had all these unrefined products that weren't processed. Meanwhile, all the products were completely processed and no different than anything else found at a grocery store. And the Liver King ended up getting busted hard from this, where it came out that he was purchasing $11,000 of steroids every single month to look as jacked as he did. And to make things worse, after the steroid allegations hit, some former friends of his came out saying that he actually eats cooked food all the time, and when he eats the raw food, it's normally just for the video, and oftentimes he'll spit it out right afterwards. When all of it came out, Joe Rogan did make fun of the Liver King on his show multiple times, saying that he was clearly always BSing people on steroids. This wasn't even just directly targeted at the Liver King, where Joe Rogan was calling out all of these older men who are extremely jacked, like Dwayne Johnson, saying there was no way possible that Dwayne Johnson wasn't on steroids and as big as he is. Then after the scandal broke out, Liver King was trying to get an appearance on Joe Rogan to try and straighten out his reputation, but Joe Rogan apparently just wasn't that interested in having him on, thinking the guy was a total fraud for years and actually having feuds multiple times before the scandal even broke out. But where the mental breakdown of Liver King happened really was his net worth, where he was worth $100 million before the scandal happened. Now, that doesn't mean that he had $100 million in cash, but that means there were investors putting money into his brand because of his popularity on social media and early sales, to the point that he could actually claim that he was worth $100 million on paper. Since that happened, all the investors pulled out, taking away his valuation, so he's now worth nowhere close to $100 million, as well as sales for the brand falling dramatically. And to make things even worse, because so many people bought the products, he's currently involved in a $25 million lawsuit where he could lose everything he has. So it looks like he's definitely screwed, where he's facing 6 months in prison for what he did to Joe Rogan, and at the same time, he also could be facing jail time just for corporate fraud, which could easily be 2 years in prison. So the Liver King is totally screwed. And with that, I'm Charles Parlow. Please subscribe for Learn Something.